Welcome to American Northwest Magazine. Please subscribe. Please consider pausing on these following textual descriptions displayed on the screen until you understand the three possibilities we will be addressing in this video. All three of them together on the screen are difficult to read, so we will zoom into each one on the following sections. In our hypothesis, we posit that only one of the three scenarios are possible, and if any one of them are true, then the other two are false. We felt we needed to put this intro before the main part of the video just to reiterate what it's about, and that there are two distinct possibilities, and in the second possibility, there are two variations. Our hypothesis of universal consciousness suggests that consciousness is interconnected throughout the universe via quantum entanglement and other quantum mechanisms, implying a higher, godlike, or all-encompassing consciousness. 2b posits that if solipsism is true, only one's own consciousness is certain to exist. This leads to the idea that our reality could be a simulation created by our own consciousness, a concept supported by Donald Hoffman's work at UC Irvine, which proposes that consciousness creates the reality we perceive. 2a suggests that if solipsism is not true but simulation theory is, then everyone's consciousness contributes to the simulation. This collective consciousness shapes the reality we all experience, aligning with Donald Hoffman's theory that consciousness is fundamental in creating our perceived reality. It's important to reiterate that while these scenarios are intriguing, they are more than likely mutually exclusive, meaning they cannot all be true simultaneously. Stay with us as we delve into these thought-provoking scenarios and their implications on our understanding of reality. Can God be found in the quantum world? This is the sixth version of this video as we endeavor to improve its content. We apologize if you have seen it already in a previous version because this will be very similar, yet improved with slightly more content and improved media. This video is an awkward effort to present American Northwest Magazine's hypothesis that the intricate mechanisms of quantum mechanics evoke a universal consciousness, or in other words, God, and how solipsism and simulation theory could negate this, and how the multiverse and many worlds hypothesis relates to this possibility. We strive to avoid conflating these concepts as we attempt to form our hypothesis. By clarifying the distinctions between these ideas, we aim to prevent conflation and ensure a more precise discussion in this video. Constructive feedback is always welcome to further refine our exploration of these intriguing ideas. So, can God be found in the quantum world? The concepts in this video will be stretched outside of their accepted definitions in order to blend them together into different combinations in order to present our hypothesis. Let's begin by imagining God as the mycelium network in a forest, which connects and sustains mushrooms. And of course, the mushrooms would represent conscious beings here on Earth or wherever they might be. In other words, visualize a universal consciousness or godlike consciousness, connecting human minds and any other conscious beings in the universe and perhaps multiverse. This concept of universal energy, devoid of religious dogma, links us as nodes within this greater network of consciousness, unifying us all, much like, as we described above, how mushrooms are connected through the mycelium network. Within the realm of quantum mechanics, quantum entanglement shows how particles remain connected across extreme distances, emphasizing our interconnected nature physically. And perhaps, as we are suggesting now, this quantum entanglement propagates this consciousness through the quantum realm through quantum entanglement and perhaps other quantum phenomena. Wikipedia defines quantum entanglement as the phenomenon of a group of particles being generated, interacting, or sharing spatial proximity in such a way that the quantum state of each particle of the group cannot be described independently of the state of the others, including when the particles are separated by a large distance. Einstein famously called entanglement spooky action at a distance, since the particles seem to be communicating faster than the speed of light, which really seems to be a property or characteristic you would expect of God or a universal consciousness. How could this theory relate to or be affected by simulation theory? So simulation theory suggests that a superconsciousness might be crafting an intricate, ultra-realistic simulation of reality that we perceive through our senses as a physical reality. If this is the case, then our physical world, including quantum mechanics, doesn't really exist. Therefore, this consciousness is not related to or created by quantum mechanics. Meanwhile, Solipsism, which, by the way, there's a link in the description to our video that describes Solipsism, implies that only our own mind is certain to exist. I further propose that if we are the only conscious being in the universe, then there is no God or other consciousness, perhaps. So in combining solipsism and simulation theory, I propose that our individual consciousness, alone, creates our perceived reality. I presume this means that our consciousness is the only thing that actually exists, if solipsism and simulation theory are in fact true. This is an eerie, unsettling concept that causes me great consternation. The combination of these two theories being correct eliminates the need for, or perhaps even the ability for there to be a God or universal consciousness. So how does the many worlds theory relate to our exercise to this point? Envisioning multiple, potentially infinite parallel universes would not be a necessary component to our reality if solipsism and the simulation theory are correct. However, if solipsism and simulation theory are not correct, then quantum mechanics is real, and therefore the multiverse and many worlds theories would perhaps prevail. For every possible quantum state of a particle, there could be an alternate timeline, or in other words, an alternate or parallel universe existing in the same location or space as our universe, but again, just on a different timeline. The many worlds theory and the multiverse concept, while related, propose different frameworks for understanding the nature of reality and the existence of parallel universes. The many worlds theory, a specific interpretation of quantum mechanics, suggests that every possible outcome of a quantum event leads to the creation of a parallel universe. These universes exist simultaneously, occupying the same space but unfold along different timelines due to the varied outcomes of quantum events. Essentially, in many worlds theory, all potential histories and futures are real, each existing in a separate yet non-interacting world. In contrast, the multiverse is a broader concept encompassing multiple distinct universes, each with its own unique set of physical laws, constants, and properties. These universes could be bubbles within a larger cosmic structure, membranes floating in higher dimensional spaces, or entirely separate realms with little to no interaction. In multiverse theory, parallel universes exist in different spaces and times, as opposed to many worlds theory where parallel universes are in the same spatial context, but on different timelines. So perhaps these parallel universes are linked by the same consciousness that is existing with and interfacing with our quantum mechanics, again assuming that solipsism and simulation theory are not true. This overarching consciousness links the unique clusters of each universe into a seamless existence. Reflecting on Donald Hoffman's perspective from his UC Irvine research and podcasts, he suggests that our consciousness creates our reality, and I think this can be tied to simulation theory, except that the simulation is created by our own consciousnesses. It's easier to imagine this to be true if you consider that this is much like dreams that our consciousness or subconsciousness probably create as an ultra-realistic simulation. I say probably because when considering the source of dreams, there could be another consciousness involved, assuming solipsism is not true. Hoffman also proposes the idea of conscious agents interacting to create the fabric of reality. This aligns with the possibility that our individual conscious experiences create the reality we perceive, highlighting the significance of consciousness in crafting our experience of the world. If this isn't a simulation, and solipsism is not true, then within our quantum mechanical mechanisms, the ubiquitous energy of subatomic particles is the only presence of what we might call a universal consciousness instead of God. This eternal universal consciousness connects us as nodes within this greater consciousness, much like how mushrooms are connected through the mycelium network. Is it possible that our consciousness is eternal? Regardless of which scenario is true, there's anecdotal evidence that this is quite likely. Studies of near-death experiences have a common element within them where most people who have experienced them describe having knowledge during their out-of-body experiences that their consciousness is eternal. However, Near-death experiences occur while the brain is still alive, so perhaps this evidence is not very convincing to the science world, because we know our brains can experience very vivid dreams at times, and perhaps these are simply dreams. These hypotheses offer profound insights into the nature of existence and the potential connections between consciousness, physical reality, God, and the quantum realm. By engaging with these ideas, we explore the intricate web of interconnectedness that defines our perception of reality and our place within it, and whether God or a universal consciousness exists or not. Thank you for watching American Northwest Magazine, and please subscribe and click on the thumbs up icon. Please consider commenting on this content and sharing it.